Welcome to News from the Sound, a weekly cooperative effort between BCTV and the Sound Newspaper. I'm Nicole Ball, and here are your highlights from the Sound's July 29th issue. The Short Beach Shellfish Commission has hoped to lease shellfishing beds as early as this week, but has had to put its plans on hold. The representative town meeting has final jurisdiction on leasing the beds, and it's not too fond of the idea. Voting down the beds on July 14th, the RTM says the 4 proposed leases would violate town ordinance. The Commission feels it has a right to lease the beds based on state jurisdiction. The Commission will meet again on August 10th. Check back in the Sound and online at www.zip06.com/Brantford for updates as they become available. In other shoreline-related news, this past weekend, patrons of the Brantford Chamber of Commerce's 5th annual Lobster Clam Bake piled their plates high with crustaceans and clams. To see photos from the event, visit www.zip06.com/Brantford and click on this story. 6 communities, including Brantford, have recently completed advertising for a regional energy manager position. The position, made possible by a 2-year, $281,000 federal grant, will serve to reduce energy costs and implement conservation efforts. To find out more about the energy manager position and to follow the lead up to the selection, pick up the Sound or follow the story online at www.zip06.com. And be sure to share your thoughts about the goals Brantford should have for the regional energy manager by leaving a comment below this story on www.zip06.com/Brantford. Person of the Week, Anton Wohlhert, is hoping to entice fellow Brantford residents to visit a town treasure. The Harrison House and Museum, built as a private home in 1724, is operated by the nonprofit Brantford Historical Society. Anton has been its curator for 10 years. Its free guided tours quickly reveal much more than a well-preserved colonial home. Find out more about the house and how you can visit this week in the Sound. Brantford High School performing arts students have recently snatched up the newly released rights to perform the Broadway musical Phantom of the Opera. BHS, which will be among the first schools to put on the show, is planning the performance for the spring musical. Check the Sound at www.zip06.com for more information closer to showtime. In sports, Brantford's Senior American Legion Post 83 baseball team recently earned a pair of shutouts, including a perfect game by Sean Coughlin against Hamden, to finish with a mark of 19-5 against Zone 2 competition, thus sealing the program's first zone title since 2005. By virtue of winning the zone, Brantford advanced past the single elimination of the state tournament to the double elimination bracket, which began last weekend. The tournament concludes this week with a championship game at 6:30 p.m. on July 31st. Check back in the Sound next week or online at www.zip06.com for tournament results. In other Legion news, Brantford's Junior Legion also captured the Zone 2 title. For the second year in a row, the team advances to the States. Find out how far they'll make it and if they'll take home the state title next week in the Sound or online at www.zip06.com. In living, for the 5th summer in a row, the Guilford Green will come alive with the sounds of rock, reggae, and klezmer for the annual Shoreline Jewish Festival. In addition to live music, the event, held Sunday, August 1st, will feature art, jewelry, unique Israeli products and books, and lots of food from knishes to falafels to hamburgers and hot dogs. If you join the festivities and snap some photos, be sure to share them online in the user photo section of www.zip06.com. To celebrate the 4th season of Mad Men, Lee White serves up some nostalgic foods in her weekly installment of A la Carte and talks about days when eating fondue and drinking highballs was the in thing. Amy J. Berry thanks Mel Gibson for starting yet another dialogue about a controversial issue. Using his recent media attention, Amy tackles the subject of domestic and family violence in her Parents' Eye View column. In this week's movie review, Living editor Meredith Crawford says Inception could restore a viewer's faith in cinematic storytelling and challenge one's imagination. But you can always decide for yourself. Submit your 10-word movie review to Meredith. Email her at living@shorepublishing.com to have your review printed in the Sound. And finally, this week on the web. Last week was a busy one for Brantford's finest. The fire department responded to a 2-vehicle accident on I-95 in which the Jaws of Life was used. The police department busted a prostitution ring at Wildwood Spa. For breaking news as it happens, be sure to check www.zip06.com or like the Sound on Facebook. Because the Sound's website, Zip06, is always up to date, you can now find daily police incident reports and obituary updates. Are you devouring a real page-turner? Check out some reading suggestions from our staff members, then add your own. Visit www.zip06.com/Brantford and select what's on your bookshelf this summer. The quest for the best spud has finally ended, and the editors of the Sound are now picking their favorite and most creative potato. Head over to our website and select the potato button on the right side of the webpage to view a photo gallery of the submitted Shoreline Spud Search potatoes. The winner and runner-up will be announced in next week's issue of the paper, just in time for the North Brantford Potato and Corn Festival, August 6th to 8th. That's it for News from the Sound this week. We'll see you next week.